Today on DNVR Buffs Live, get ready for another massive recruiting week for Coach Prime and the Buffs. We're going to talk Chaz Coleman in Tennessee, Boo Carter in that as well. Anonymous coach is back, and so much more. Let's go. Nation.
Squad.
Voice is back, Scotty.
A little bit.
Sounding good, my guy.
I needed that weekend, you feel me?
We all needed it, brother.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's June.
Hey, it's the first of the month. You get that, right?
No. Is this another Friday reference?
Bone Thugs and Harmony, brother. You know Bone Thugs and Harmony,
I know
right?
them, yes. I don't know that.
It's like one of their most... Yeah. Thank you, Dion.
No, I'll make you a promise. I will watch Friday sometime this week. I'll catch up.
No, you won't, bro. Why
Yes,
would
I
you?
will.
Bro, I don't even like you making a promise to me, bro. You're not going to fulfill,
dog,
bro.
I promise I will.
All right.
Here, I don't know how to mess this up without messing up the audio.
All right, bet. I'm going to hold you to that. Y'all heard him, right, chat?
Yep.
This boy Jiggy said he was going to watch the movie Friday for the first time in his life this week.
We'll make it happen. Chat, right now we are in the middle of the apocalypse, I think. Walking into the office, it was pretty light outside. Not pretty light. It was getting darker. You could see some cloud moving in. It didn't look terrible. It is like dark outside now.
Yeah, it look like we doing this at like 8 p.m.
Big raindrops too. How's everyone feeling today?
Crazy.
Oh,
Squad.
how could I forget Sorsby in the cold open? Of course.
Come on, dude.
I know.
This is a Sorsby podcast, brother.
It is.
Get with it.
Anti-Sorsby podcast, actually.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to my dog, Shy Buffs. Shout out to Eric Morris, man. Shout out to Freddie Walker. Wake up, wake up. And hey, Lamar got some good advice for you too when you put on that Friday.
Blaze. Oh, brother, say less. Say less. I didn't know I lost the nickname Jaquan, Kevin. But if that's what I have to do, it's what I have to do. I'm willing to, take the steps. Today on the show, we are going to be talking about Brett Yormark, tampering. Do we have some fixes potentially? We'll discuss.
Probably not.
Anonymous coach is back, Scotty.
Oh.
This time, as we previewed the last time he was on, he took a little swipe at Baylor, Dave Aranda.
So, I mean, we don't know if this is the same anonymous coach, or do we know that?
That's a good point.
Right?
There could be a whole hive of them.
You feel me?
Like ants. They're just underground, just waiting to pop up.
And again, I had this thought maybe last offseason when anonymous coach was really in his bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Run that now.
oh wow. I had this thought last time, but the whole anonymous coaches thing,
Yeah.
it could very easily just be made up for content all the time.
This is Athlon, by the way, publishing these.
I mean, and I recently saw like somebody at On3 do like YouTube video, like YouTube content based on like an anonymous coach.
Yeah.
And it's like, this could have just been made up
Totally.
for views.
Yeah.
And there's no way to check this. Mm-hmm. But hey, it does clicks. So
It's like one of the lowest denominators of content, I believe.
yes.
But also, if you're going to put it out there, we're going to talk about it. I mean, why not? Again, it's June 1st. The school's in the sites today, though. Noah Fafita in Arizona, Cincinnati, especially after losing Brendan Sorsby, and then Scotty, Kansas.
That had something to say about Kansas.
He had something to say about
actually
Kansas.
shocked. I'm actually shocked.
It's the first time someone said anything about Kansas.
Who the hell is talking about Kansas?
That's exactly it.
Other than me when yeah, you know.
That's exactly it. And then we will talk Boo Carter, Chaz Coleman, Tennessee. But we start today with recruiting. It's another massive week for the Buffs in terms of recruiting. It won't, prospects aren't descending on Boulder until this weekend. Shout out to Kyle, 9 months of membership.
Let's
Hell
go,
yeah,
Kyle.
bro.
Hell yeah. Real quickly, before we maybe get to this weekend, a big visitors weekend, let's start with tonight.
Sure.
Buffs could get a new commitment tonight. We got 4-star
right.
defensive lineman Kyron Haywood announcing his commitment tonight at 6:30 Central Time, which is 5:30 Mountain Time, correct? He is choosing between Colorado and some Wildcats, right? Arizona, Northwestern, and Kansas State. Colorado, obviously, in the midst of that top 4. Kyron Haywood was in Boulder for an official visit just a couple weeks ago, right? On that visit with a bunch of...
The first weekend, right?
Right. A few guys who committed on that visit with LaMarcus Jones, Barack Willis, Will Rasmussen, guys who have committed to Buffalo's, a handful of others. This would be a really nice ad. This would be the second defensive lineman ad. This would be another 4-star. I watched some of his tape, and I'm sure we'll get into more of it tomorrow if Colorado ends up being the team. But this is a really explosive, disruptive... Oh, Lord Jesus. Our car, man, my car finna be cooked. Nah,
I parked under a tree, too. That's not good.
I feel like that's better, though.
If a branch falls, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. This needs to stop.
Sorry. What were you saying?
But yeah, this is somebody in Kyron Haywood again, who's announcing his commitment tonight. Got Colorado in his top 4, 5:30 Mountain Time. Tap in. This is an explosive, disruptive interior defensive lineman. Only listed at 6'1", 260. But you watch his tape, his film. A lot of him is him on the interior as a 3 technique, just a dog, a ball player.
24 and a half TFLs. Last year. For him.
I think the year before that he was up near 20 in terms of
22.
TFL. Yep. So that's like 40 plus TFLs over the last 2 seasons. This guy lives in the backfield, and he would be a really, really, really nice ad. He would be the 10th commitment in his 2027 class already.
Yep.
Keep an eye out on Kyron Haywood and his commitment tonight.
Nothing's really changed in terms of his visits. He did visit on that May 15th weekend. He does have a K-State visit scheduled on 247 for June 12th, which is obviously a week and a half after today. So that'll be interesting to see where he picks and if he keeps going on that visit, if it is K-State all along or whatever the case may be. Eric also mentioned Omari Sanders. We were talking about him for a little bit. And he was, didn't he just schedule a bunch of visits, right? Omari Sanders?
Well, this weekend, he actually shut down his commitment.
Right, but he had, visits scheduled, right?
For sure, yep. He had a Colorado one, I believe.
Yep, but yes, he ends up shutting down his recruitment. So, and that was another defensive lineman. Or was he edge?
He's linebacker, true linebacker.
Okay, linebacker. So either way, another front 7 target committing tonight. We shall see exactly how it shakes out. But it's a big week.
Definitely.
We got some blue chippers showing up again this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
You broke it down eloquently on Twitter, Scotty.
Appreciate it. And we can pull that tweet up there for our visual listeners. Deanne, just one of the list of visitors this weekend. Another strong weekend, man. And certainly this list can grow. But at this point, that's that 9 guys right there, including Kenny Fairley, who's already committed. Look at that position balance, though, too.
Yeah.
2 defensive linemen, 2 linebacker / edge, a safety, Samari Howard, who we've talked about, who's already been crystal balled to Colorado, 2 offensive linemen, a tight end, and a receiver from down there in Florida, and Ryan Ferdinand, man. This is a really impressive group. We can start up there. Y'all know Kenny Fairley. We talked about him. I've talked to him. Go check out my interview with Kenny Fairley from a couple weeks ago on DNVR.com if you missed it. But King Thibodeau, man, 6'2", 260 pounds from Garland, Texas. 2024, he was a Texas District 9 Defensive Newcomer of the Year as a sophomore. He's got offers from Florida State, Arizona State, Arkansas. I mean, an elite name, one of the top names I've heard on the recruiting trail this offseason, King Thibodeau.
The way it's spelled, too.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Got to be a ball player, and he certainly is. Moving on from there, man, Jaquan Rogers. And these 2 linebacker edge prospects that they got visiting this weekend are impressive dudes. Jaquan Rogers here, he has been crystal balled to Clemson, but he's obviously visiting this weekend. 6'3", 225 pounds from Birmingham, Alabama. Offers from Clemson, obviously, Georgia Tech, Arkansas, Florida. Last season, had 7 sacks, 11 TFLs. This is a true kind of, I think, maybe, calling their shot as a defensive staff. This is somebody who's played kind of with his hand down as a true edge, but I think they kind of see him potentially having the ability to transition to a true kind of off-ball linebacker. And same thing with Jovan Pulliam from Hoover, Alabama, 6'1", 230. He was recently, this past weekend, actually on a visit to Jacksonville State. Visits to Appalachian State, Tulane as well from Hoover, Alabama. This is another guy, like real twitchy off the edge, who they think can potentially project as an off-ball linebacker. Yeah. 13 TFLs last year, 9 sacks, a really explosive player. And those are kind of just your defensive line, maybe edge, potential linebacker prospects right there visiting this weekend.
So looking at I just lost it. Looking at damn it. Oh, here it is. I found it. Jaquan Rogers list.
Yep.
You mentioned it. He's, maybe the staff's kind of calling their shot on him here, but the visits are very intriguing. Mm-hmm. You got Clemson. You mentioned the crystal ball to him. You got that Colorado OV coming up this weekend. Then GT, Georgia Tech. You got Arkansas. You got Florida. The offer list is strong, too. He's got at least 21 offers, including those schools I just mentioned. Vanderbilt's in there, NC State, as well as Florida State. So this might be a bit of a riser in terms of the 2027 class. Jovan Pulliam's coming in from Hoover, another kind of, I don't even know. He's a 3-star. He's not a highly ranked 3-star, but visits coming up to Jacksonville State, Appalachian State, and Tulane. Those are both guys who seem primed to kind of shoot up rankings sometime this fall. So
exactly right.
Nice list. And then we didn't even mention potentially Andre Adams showing up.
Exactly right.
Originally, this was the Andre Adams weekend. I think we're waiting to kind of get confirmation whether he'll be here because he did show up just a few weeks ago, right? But that would be huge if you get him in there. He's obviously been great so far at recruiting, especially when he was here on the 15th. Those players who came through with him. But yeah, this was the original OV weekend. We'll see if he comes through as well.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Rardu too in the chat. Shout out to the city, man. Shout out to the rack. Shout out to Little Village. Jaden Lindsay, another guy visiting this weekend. A big offensive line target, interior offensive lineman, 6'3", 300 pounds from Maryland. He recently put out his Final Four that has Colorado in it alongside Maryland, Virginia Tech, and Penn State. Keep an eye on Jaden Lindsay. And another offensive lineman visiting this weekend, Gage Luther, 6'5", 6'5.5", 300 pounds, a guy from Pontotoc, Mississippi.
Nice.
He has been crystal balled to Mississippi State. He's going to visit there next weekend after his Colorado visit. A visit to Virginia Tech the week after that scheduled. Two big offensive linemen, which potentially with Andre Adams visiting this weekend would be a nice little link up there with those guys.
You mentioned it. I just like the distribution of these visitors too, right? Yeah. You get 4 guys in the front 7 coming in plus 2 offensive linemen, and it's 3, I guess if you want to call them 7-on-7 players and a safety, tight end, and a wide receiver, right? Or perimeter players. It's very clear where the emphasis is for this class and for this staff right now, and it's building depth, young depth through the trenches, through the high school ranks. Very clearly what the focus is for this recruiting class. And not even that, it's the front 7 too, right? When you see what they're trying to do with the linebacker as well.
For sure.
So,
I mean, half of those guys pretty much are front 7 on either side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? And then the last one, a tight end, right? Parker Keenan, who we might have talked about last week, from Clarksville, Tennessee, 6'5", 235 pounds. He's going to be visiting this weekend as well. And I think he became even more of a priority target this weekend because they sent out another 2027 tight end offer last week, Talon Scott, who we talked about on the show. Talon Scott this weekend committed to Oklahoma State. So Parker Keenan, I believe, becomes even more of a priority at that tight end spot here for this 2027 class. And then that last name there, Ryan Ferdinand, a speedy receiver out of the state of Florida from Palm Beach Lakes High School. A smaller guy, but like I said, real speed. Offers from Pittsburgh, Tulane, Cincinnati, Florida State as well. So a really nice group. And I think, like I said, it's 9 guys there visiting, at least that we know of. And, how many are you expecting, right? Last time we had a visit like this, I think you had 12 guys in total visit that weekend. You got 3 commits out of it immediately almost. You could get 4 potentially if Kyron Haywood commits tonight. because he was on that visit as well.
Right. Plus, Andre Adams was there. He was already committed.
Exactly right. So you could end up, a week from now, plus 3 or 4 recruits in this 2027 class. I think that's completely feasible.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the bar that you aim for is 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it more on the other side of this break, though, and get to some of the Boo Carter, Tennessee stuff as well. Shout out to our friends over at Xfinity and their 5-year price guarantee. Scotty, what if you could get intelligent, reliable Wi-Fi with a 6 cents, but locked in at one price for 5 whole years?
I don't know what I would do with myself.
Well, you better get figuring it out because Xfinity is offering that exact deal.
Let's go.
All your devices working in perfect harmony, locked in at the same price for 5 whole years. And the best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees, and you get Xfinity's best equipment included. That's probably one of the best parts about this. I mean, if you've ever dealt with your ISP and trying to find the perfect router to maximize the speed from your provider, it can be a bit of a hassle, but Xfinity's got you covered, as they will send you that all included. But so much can change in 5 years. Don't let it happen to your Wi-Fi, man. Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger, recruiting classes come in. But your Wi-Fi, that should stay reliable, and the price should stay put. So lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. And you can learn more at xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply.
And shout out to the squad, our good friends over at Surfside. You see it right there on your screen, man. It's getting warmer outside. It's getting a bit hot, which means that it's a perfect time of the year for an ice cold Surfside. My boy Jakey was at Kurzfield this past weekend. How many, brother?
Just 2.
That's
responsible.
That's the right amount. That's a responsible amount.
It was, yeah.
I'm proud of you.
It was a good game. It was a Saturday night. I had to enjoy myself, so I had a couple Surfsides, but, we're responsible.
Absolutely. And when you are trying to enjoy yourself, grab a Surfside, man. Made with real vodka, only 100 calories, and my favorite part, 0 bubbles. That's right, man. No carbonation, just a smooth, easy sip that's crisp and refreshing every single time. So whether you're hiking, golfing, or maybe you're at the ballpark, man, enjoy it with a Surfside. It's not no seltzer. It's Surfside, man. Sold at bars, restaurants, stores near you. You must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
We are under siege at the DNVR bar.
Let us. Y'all think they can hear this? No.
Can you hear it?
There are golf ball size hail absolutely pouring down in Denver right now outside the bar.
Yeah, that tree's getting messed up.
I mean, it looks like it's snow on the ground right now because of this hail almost.
Yeah. This is already the second worst hailstorm I've been in Denver. The first one was about 3-4 years ago. And funny enough, I actually drove up to meet up with Brian Howe for lunch that day. Yeah. And I'm driving back into Denver, and I heard about the reports coming, I-25 flooded that day and stuff. But that was intense. This is up there for sure. Pretty crazy.
This might be. I remember one 2 years ago. It was soon after. It was around this time, but it was my first year in Denver, and I was still living in my old spot.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was a thing out here. Hail not really a thing in Chicago for at least to this. And when it started to hit, bro, I thought literally somebody was attacking the crib, bro. I actually got legitimately. I'm bro, who is outside the crib trying to get in here, bro?
Banging on the roof.
And then I look outside, bro, and it was crazy. And like I said, at that point I was worried about my car, and now I am right now as well a little bit. Should I not be worried? I don't know.
I mean, what can you do though?
What can you do? Good point.
I mean, it is what it is. We persevere though.
Yeah, we will.
I can't remember exactly what I was saying about recruiting before we went to break, because then the hail happened and I got off my.
I think maybe you were talking about the distribution of the positions, maybe, or
it wasn't that. I can't remember. It's all good. We'll get around to it.
Yep.
Lots of recruiting talk coming this week. Let's talk Boo Carter though.
Bet.
So if you haven't been keeping up, Chaz Coleman was a blue chip recruit for the Penn State Nittany Lions a few years ago. He was, in his class, the 203rd overall player, 25th ranked edge. Goes to Penn State. James Franklin gets fired. I don't know if he played very much at Penn State. I'm assuming probably not. James Franklin gets fired. He hits the portal.
Yep.
He ends up committing to Tennessee. in January. January 10th is when he committed. And correct me if I'm wrong, I guess he never really showed up there for football things?
I think that's right.
So there's a couple quotes from Josh Heupel, the head coach over at Tennessee. And this is from Austin Price, who is the writer for VolQuest, the On3 Vol site. The quote from Heupel says, Chaz has been dealing with some things, and we're here to support him. We'll continue to go through that process. Does that sound familiar at all, Scotty?
Yeah, eerily.
The specifics of the issues are unknown. Coleman has been missing from the practice field and the weight room since the second week of spring practice. Coleman spent a bit of time with defensive line coach Rodney Garner in late April and May before he went home to Ohio after final exams. Again, very highly ranked player, was someone who was highly coveted out of the transfer portal. But this just sounds eerily familiar to what the Vols were going through with Boo Carter literally a year ago almost.
Kind of seems like at this point it might be a Tennessee problem.
Again, we have
we don't know.
Even with Boo, the specifics.
And I heard that before it came out that they dismissed Chaz Coleman from the team here at Tennessee, that there was a narrative coming out that he was maybe dealing with like some vertigo, and that was maybe why he wasn't around the team and why maybe that's what Heupel was alluding to, like he's dealing with something.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's Cope. I don't know whose camp that might have came from, but obviously pictures surfaced this weekend. I don't know if you saw this.
I did not.
Of Chaz Coleman on his Instagram story back at the crib flexing his bread. I don't know if it's NIL. I ain't into counting people's bread, but a lot of people, particularly out of Knoxville, Tennessee, are, used to counting people's money. And Chaz Coleman had it. He had the spread. That boy had big bread on him. You feel me? And obviously Tennessee fans weren't too happy about that because they assumed that that's their NIL money.
Right.
Because this is a guy who, I don't know about a blue chip, but close to it out of high school.
He was a blue chip recruit.
You go to Penn State. He actually played a little bit as a true freshman. Had a sack last year. Had a PBU, a forced fumble, a handful of tackles, solo tackles and whatnot. So this is like a legitimate player who obviously Tennessee had to, compensate to get him committed to their program.
Yeah.
But like you said, man, this is now two situations in a row that sound very eerily similar with a coaching staff, a head coach in particular, and a player just not being on the same page. And I would even go back to like the Nico situation, right? Yeah, that was bumpy and weird for a little while too, before he ended up transferring out of there and going to UCLA. So I don't know, man. We don't know the full specifics of either case, of any case, but this happening to Tennessee in back-to-back off seasons, in the span of a year, pretty much, is kind of telling. And imagine if this happened in Colorado in the span of a year, or in back-to-back off seasons with something like that. People would have their narratives loud and clear. So
I don't know if he's actually been dismissed yet.
I think I saw that. I'm pretty sure. I can try to go find it, but I'm pretty sure I saw that this weekend.
I've actually got a quote here from Austin Price. Again, he's the writer for On3's VolQuest, the volunteer site. He went on Greg McElroy and Cole Kublik's show today. Here's the quote. He said he's still around. He's still part of the program. He arrived back in town on Friday. They started summer workouts last Monday, and he did not show back up yet until Friday. I think it's probably headed in a certain direction. It's just not there yet. Chaz Coleman's got to want to put forth the effort, and to this point, he just has not shown a willingness to do that. It's probably heading toward a permanent separation, sooner rather than later, but it's not to that point yet. Just because with certain things, it's not as simple as just you're off the team. Because of some other stuff, it's just not as simple as that, which has to be with NIL and money, I'm sure, like contracts and stuff. But the money, like the Instagram thing is weird in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's flaunting it at Tennessee at that point, like basically kind of saying like I got this from you type of thing. I
thank you.
Yeah, like so.
Why don't people want to play for Tennessee?
But they had another player that kind of went through something like this, right? I mean, you mentioned Nico Imaliava, obviously Boo Carter. I thought there was another one. Maybe it's just those three, but for whatever reason, this keeps happening to them though, and in Colorado's point of view, it was a blessing in disguise. You end up getting Boo Carter, right? And from everything we've heard from all the reports and people we've talked to, Boo has been, I mean, yeah, there was, I guess, some bumps in the road on the way when he was getting here and getting acclimated and stuff, but he's been awesome ever since.
He really has, man. And this is somebody in Boo Carter who I was thinking about this weekend, just strictly from the lens, the standpoint of a punt returner.
Yeah.
Right? We know he is going to be the starting cornerback for this team.
Yep.
We know he's going to be one of the most impactful defenders on this team as well. But his ability to impact the game on special teams as the kick returner. We got some video, Dion, I believe, of Boo Carter, his time at Tennessee. You know, this is somebody who, as a freshman, led the SEC in punt return yard average. This is somebody who is very familiar and used to having the ball in his hands. This is him against Georgia 2 years ago. I mean, making dudes miss, like the instincts that he has as a ball carrier, right? Because he did play running back in high school, right? At a very high level down there in the state of Tennessee. And you see those instincts just come out whenever he has the ball in his hands, man. And this team, this Colorado football team, didn't get many opportunities to return punts last year. But when they did, they weren't very explosive, any of those returns. I think Quanell had the most punt returns on the team last year. Obviously, you're relying on a true freshman at that point. You're kind of just trying to get his feet wet. But this is somebody in Boo Carter who not only has the experience returning punts in a conference like the SEC, but has experience like flipping fields and giving his offense pristine field position. So that just got me excited this weekend thinking about that, because I feel like that is kind of an underrated, flying under the radar part of Boo Carter's game that I don't know enough people have been talking about or thinking about this offseason.
AIM-TV is right. It was Legend Bay who was the other player. He was in the 2026 recruiting class, I believe, just this recent one. Might have been the year before. I can't remember exactly. But he initially committed to Tennessee, and then he asked to be released from, and this is, I don't think this has much to do with Tennessee, if you remember right. He asked to be released from his NIL or NLI because I think that was the one where like his mom wanted him to go to Tennessee and he didn't want to. He ends up getting released from his letter of intent and then ends up going to Ohio State.
I do remember that. Weird.
But yeah.
Weird.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, I guess, right?
And that is, I don't know. Assuming Boo comes to Boulder, he's already in Boulder, but assuming he puts on that Buffalo uniform this season and is everything we think he is, it's going to be another success story in my mind of the transfer portal.
Yep.
Right? Imagine a kid like that getting stuck in a place like Tennessee where he doesn't want to be.
Sure.
And that's it. That's it for a lot of guys. But him getting a change of scenery, getting around people who really care for him on a human level, who go way back with him the way Box does, I think could really change the trajectory of Boo Carter's life.
Totally.
Quite honestly.
Absolutely, he could. All right. Let's just take our next break, and then we'll get to Anonymous Coach and much more on the other side. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR, where trucks have been part of Toyota's DNA for generations. They have built durable legends destined for greatness and perfect for the wonderful state of Colorado. With summer coming around and all the trips, road trips, just day trips up into the mountains, or maybe you're just hanging out in the city all day, driving around, Toyota is going to be the vehicle for you, especially if you're going off-roading. They offer 17 models with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, including the epic 4Runner. Our guy, RK, might be the latest to join the 4Runner family.
Maybe this week?
Well, he's been teasing it for a while. It's got to happen at some point. Or maybe you're looking for something more economical, something to reduce your carbon footprint. Well, Toyota, once again, has you covered. They offer more low and zero-emission vehicles combined than any other automaker. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corbin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and is the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
And shout out to our good friends, the squad over at Shady Rays. You see it right there on your screen, man. I was just talking about how it's getting warmer outside. It's getting hot. The sun is out, which means that it might be time for a new pair of sunglasses. And our friends over at Shady Rays are going to take care of you, man. I was just talking maybe last week or the week before about when I had some Shady Rays on recently, I was just so pleasantly surprised with the visibility. Just the way, not only the way that they look, but the way that you can look out from, through them.
Yeah,
I think it's
the real
super
deal, bro.
They really are, man. They're good looking, they're polarized, they're durable, and they're not stupidly expensive, man. And here's my favorite part. If you lose or break them, even on day one, man, Shady Rays is going to send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements, man. So you can wear your sunglasses without fear, man. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back. Go to shadyrays.com and use code DNVRSR for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses.
Let's get to some anonymous coach stuff.
Real quickly, just for perspective on this recruiting class as we move away from it. Arizona today just picked up a cornerback commit from Houston, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He's their first defensive player in the 2027 recruiting class. Arizona has 4 commits in their 2027 recruiting class.
It's practically where Colorado was last time around. And honestly, they probably got that wait and see thing going on too, because it's one good year, one bad year.
For sure. But just some perspective on where some of the other Big 12 programs are, and a program like Arizona actually coming off a really good year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they're at this point as we sit here on June 1st.
Starting with that, let's talk about Arizona. Our guy, our friend of the show, actually, Big 12 anonymous coach, with some words about Snow Fafita and what he sees from this Arizona team for this year. Not on the schedule, right?
Correct.
But a team that finished near the top of the conference last year, and with Fafita coming back, many would say that they are in contention to win the Big 12 this year. It's a wide open conference.
Really is.
Anonymous coach said, Noah Fafita is freaking electric. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. His off-schedule playmaking ability is unbelievable. When he gets flushed out of the pocket, the play begins. I thought their wideouts were really good. Obviously, they didn't have a guy that was like Tedero and McMillan, but they were pretty deep, and it felt like every other week it was different guys making plays. We've talked about that, right? Spivey, they got their, second or leading receiver from last year coming back as well?
Yep, Hudson.
Yep.
Chris Hudson.
The coach continued. On defense, they're so different with Danny Gonzalez. No one in the league really plays like them. They're innovative up front, and they like to play a lot of man coverage on the back end. They had some corners and DBs who could win in man coverage, and anytime you can do that, that's a recipe for success.
I think Danny Gonzalez, and I've said this on multiple occasions, I think he's the top coordinator in the conference for my money.
I mean, he made a massive difference for them last year.
Massive. And if he's able to replicate or duplicate that here in 27, I think he's going to be on his way out of Arizona.
Without a doubt.
With a promotion.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think we've really talked much about Arizona, right?
Yeah. I mean, we were looking at, I think this might have been post-show off the air last week when we were just kind of looking at Big 12 championship odds. And like Arizona's, they got a juicy number. And that's a team that I could see. Yeah, a real juicy number. And that's a team that I could see, kind of building off last year with the quarterback. Because Noah Fafita is going to be one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the conference this year.
Yeah.
What he was able to do last year, and, anonymous coach talked about it there, when he gets off script, because he's not a overly fast, dynamic as a runner by any means.
And he's small.
Very much so. I saw an official measurement recently. He's 5'8" and a quarter.
Yeah, it does not surprise me at all.
He's like this close from being 5'7".
Yeah.
Very small,
yeah.
But broken play. And particularly at the college level, that'll play if you can do it the way Noah Fafita does.
Totally. Yeah, he really impressed me last year. Kind of a sophomore slump for him, and then last year he comes out, and I think he improved in a lot of areas that he just did not look good in the year before. He really seemed to kind of panic under pressure, especially when the Buffs were getting after him. Keaton Wade was getting after him in that game 2 years ago, right? He really kind of cleaned that up and just seemed a lot more confident and able in just all those situations, pressure situations. Let's put Kansas in the spotlight. You ready?
Let me see if I can try to guess what anonymous coach said about Kansas.
You're going to be wrong. You're going to be wrong. But go ahead.
I'm going to guess that anonymous coach is like, keep an eye on Kansas this year. Lance Leipold in year 5. This might be the year he turns things around. Keep an eye on the Jayhawks. Everybody's sleeping on them. I'm willing to bet that's the tone of anonymous coach talking about landslide poll in Kansas.
All right.
Am I close?
You're close.
I knew it. These. Oh my God.
Here we go. They're intriguing.
See? No, they're not. I'm gonna stop you right now. No, they're not.
Ready for this?
I promise you, they're not.
You ready for this? You're no longer the old Kansas, obviously, and now every week people know that you're not the old Kansas, and you still get everyone's best.
What? What is, bro? What do people be taking when they think and talk about Kansas, bro? I don't understand.
They have money in the program now, he said. Lance Leipold has some juice.
I'm gonna walk off. They got me bent, bro. What juice? What is they talking about, bro? I don't understand. Bro, this is out of hand.
I know they lost a safety in the portal, and I don't know what to make of their quarterback situation.
Wow.
Pretty big situation.
What?
But Leipold brought back his old offensive coordinator, Andy Kotelnicki from
When?
Penn State.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to dig into this guy's background.
Bro, this man, he got to be the first person to ever say in the history of Earth.
Hold on. That's going to be good because they also kept their quarterbacks coach. When Leipold had the most success, it's been when he's paired with Kotelnicki.
Okay. This anonymous coach has to be the first person on the history of human Earth to utter the words, Lance Leipold has juice.
So this Andy Kotelnicki, he was the OC at Kansas from 21 to 23. That did involve that 23 season with
Right.
Jason Bean, right? He was Penn State's offensive coordinator the last 2 seasons, 24 and 25.
So
He got fired with the Franklin thing. Now he's back.
I mean, I don't remember Drew LR getting overly developed and looking like a dude at Penn State.
Preaching to the choir, bro.
But I don't know. Maybe it'll work here in Lawrence.
Wisconsin River Falls.
Oh, yeah, they're in my conference.
That's where he played.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They were played in my conference. We played River Falls every year.
All right.
I had my best passing game of my college career.
Let's go.
On the road against River Falls.
Hell yeah.
I threw for like 305.
Okay.
2 touchdowns.
3 bills?
Yeah. Yeah. I threw
How much did you run for too then? How much was the total
I actually
yardage?
ran for, I got up to like 350 total. I think I ran
Okay.
for like 40 something.
All right, Scotty.
It was one of my best games. We ended up losing because we gave up 42. But it's probably my fault because I threw a brutal,
Oh no.
a brutal pick 6 right before half.
Damn.
That kind of just sapped all momentum that we had. And that's football.
You're a real one for actually sharing that.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. That's football though. That's a life lesson right there. That was one of my. I'm like, damn. Like we were rolling first half, bro. Like I said, I'm in a zone that I've really never been in as a passer in a game before.
Sure.
And I just got a little bit too overconfident. We were trying to I think we got the ball back with like a minute before half, and we were trying to maybe get some points on the board. And I just made a terrible decision, bro. Pick 6 the other way right before half. They get the ball out of half, so they double us up.
Oh yeah.
And it's a wrap at that point. But I still had fun that day.
I mean, how could you not?
I still had fun.
Has your opinion of Kansas changed at all after reading that?
Come on, dog.
All right.
Come on, dog.
I don't know. I'm unmoved as well, I think.
Bro really said Lance Leipold as juice. I can't.
He
get
literally
over
said that, yeah.
that. I can't get over that.
Put it on a quote graphic for the Jayhawks, I guess. Cincinnati, a team we haven't talked much about. We talked a lot of Brennan Sorsby. Yeah. But Cincinnati also not on the schedule, I believe.
No, they are. We go to Cincinnati
Oh,
this
that's
year.
right. Second to last game.
Yeah.
So let's learn a bit about them. This is mostly focused on how they recover from Brennan Sorsby leaving. And he said losing him to Texas Tech is a major loss. He was the engine of that team. He made that team go with his ability to pass the ball, and he helped in the run game a lot. He was just a dynamic player for them. He wasn't an NFL quarterback in terms of throwing the football, but he was a really good athlete and a winner. Losing him just shows you in this conference, not everybody is playing by the same rules with revenue sharing. It's the haves and the have-nots. On the team, he continued, I'm very intrigued by their DC hire, Nate Woody. He's got a great track record at Army, and he had really good numbers. So he's looking at them to be, I guess, more of a defensive team. He did mention the quarterback competition, J.C. French, who appears to be the odds-on favorite to win the role. Liam O'Brien and Samaj Jones, who's a redshirt sophomore, also in contention. I thought it was interesting you didn't call him an NFL passer, though. We keep talking about the supplemental draft, and should he have just entered the draft this last year? And I kind of agree. Like he was a fine player to me. He wasn't anything that wowed me. I think he was just like the perfect quarterback for their situation. He never turned the ball over aside from week 1. Between week 2 and week 10-ish.
Yeah.
He was really good at not turning the ball over. But he was also he made plays happen. I just don't think it was at a level that blew me away and made me think that he is one of the best player in the transfer portal, as many thought he was this offseason. But
he certainly would have benefited from another year of college football and developing.
Yep.
But doesn't seem like he's going to get that opportunity.
We unmoved on Cincinnati still.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a game that maybe next to Weber State on the schedule, that's top must win. You better win that game.
Yeah.
Even though it is on the road. But yeah, I think I would put that right next to Weber State and maybe UCF as games you better win. Mm-hmm. Pretty handily, too, I might add.
We'll see. You're going on the road in this conference, man. I mean, Cincinnati was the prime example of that last year. They just mucked games up.
And they were really good at home last year, too.
Yeah.
Cincinnati was, but
we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of Brendan Sorsby, the court case started today out there in Lubbock. Of course, last week, the NCAA did officially rule him ineligible, as did Texas Tech. Those are parts of the process to him regaining eligibility. You can't regain your eligibility if you're not ineligible first, obviously. But today they had the court case in Lubbock. I guess nothing really happened. There was no decision today, quite clearly. Otherwise, we'd be talking about it. But again, what is it? June 22nd is the supplemental draft deadline day.
I think so.
So there's time left. But this is going to be an expedited kind of process, it feels like, for them. Again, so the news is no real news.
Yeah. I mean, there were some crazy details that came out this weekend, though.
Yeah. Oh, I got one as well. The volume that this guy was betting at was substantial.
According to docs, Brendan Sorsby placed at least 40 bets involving Indiana football as a quarterback for the Hoosiers. He used sportsbook accounts registered to a family member and friends to wager approximately $90,000 over 4 years. And he continued to gamble after transferring from Cincinnati to Texas Tech in December. I mean, all this evidence is damning. And according to these docs in the filing from the NCAA, they said that he serially and repeatedly violated association rules. Yeah, man, he transferred at least $60,000 to friends to place bets on his behalf.
Insane.
At least 2,900 bets were placed while he was at Indiana.
Unbelievable.
2,900 bets.
I don't know if I've made that many bets in my life.
Me either, bro. For more than $30,000. While at Texas Tech, he sent $5,000 to a person who placed bets on NBA, MLB, and PGA for him. Dude is a serial gambler with an actual addiction.
He was an addict.
An actual addiction.
I mean, yes, like significant.
Yeah.
And again, like Texas Tech, I almost kind of don't blame them. Like you got to like kind of just go to bat for this guy because of how much you spent on him. Because, I mean, you're obviously much better with him than without him. All that aside, like, again, I just don't see how it's at all remotely possible that he gets like I don't know what the word is, just like a second chance in some regard, right? Yeah. Like, I don't know how the NCAA looks at this situation and just goes, you know what? Or a courtroom or whatever, a jury, like whatever, just goes, you know what? It was just a mistake. $90,000 and over 3,000 bets or whatever it was. That's not a mistake.
Like, that's like a big part of your life, bro.
He spent,
like for him, it probably goes football, gambling. And maybe even gambling football.
I was going to say. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a big part of what he's doing every day.
Yes.
For years on end.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you're trying to skirt around the system already, like, shows that you know that he knows what he's doing is wrong. And in my mind, like, how do you even, like, plead for forgiveness in that instance? Because you were, like, directly disobeying the rules and the laws that were set out there, honestly, to kind of protect you from this even happening. Like, there's a reason. And if you, I don't know if it's this Pat Ford SI article, but there's apparently, like, Cincinnati knew about this too.
They had to have.
And so, like, a probe, like, he signed up for, I'm not going to say who, because sponsors and all that, but he signed up for a sports book out there in Cincinnati, which triggered a probe from, I think the book told law enforcement, and law enforcement then told Cincinnati. And I guess Sorsby said something along the lines of, like, well, I just signed up. I only signed up, so that's why the probe happened, right?
Boy, that don't matter, boy.
And so Cincinnati kind of, like, dealt with it in a way. Like, I don't think they knew of the extent of it then, but, like, Cincinnati clearly kind of knew something was up, right? They protected him, and they don't actually help the guy at all because he's still placing these bets.
Yeah.
Like, I think some of this has to come back to Cincinnati in some way.
And Tech.
And Tech, of course, too.
Both of them.
Like, how does Tech not know this going into, like... And this is part of... We'll get into what Yormark said about tampering and stuff here, and maybe, like, a legal tampering window and all that. But, like, it's such a mess. And it all could have been stopped if dude just didn't gamble. Like, you're not allowed to gamble if you're an NCAA athlete.
I also think if he just stopped when he left Indiana, he might not be in this situation.
Sure.
If he didn't continue to bet while he was at Cincinnati and while he was at Texas Tech, maybe he still might not be in the situation.
I don't know. It's tougher then because he did bet on his team then at Indiana.
Yes. But again, I also think, I don't know. I just think, bro, you've been doing this 4 years at this point. And Texas Tech in their filing and their appeal to the NCAA, they said the university believes the NCAA should overturn its decision and impose a 2-game suspension.
That's just in what world, brother? In what world?
They asking for a 2-game suspension, bro.
That's like a violating team rules punishment.
Man,
like,
yes.
Like, dude broke rules and laws. Like,
and I think Lamar said in the chat earlier, and I don't like talking about jail, and I don't even really feel right saying it out loud, but I can't disagree. Bro broke the law. Knowingly and willfully.
Yeah, but that's not like a thing that people get sent to jail over.
Breaking the law?
Well, yes, breaking the law, but for underage gambling? Like,
sure. And like I said, I'm not saying that for real, but I can't. If somebody had that take, I wouldn't staunchly be opposed. You know? Again, it's not no one-time mistake.
I just think the guy shouldn't be allowed to play college football. I don't think he should be.
So what does Tech do though? Like in regards to like what they spent money-wise for him? Like what happens with that? Does that just...
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Does
it.
that still go to him?
Yeah.
Does that?
Well, I'm sure
he got to
paid
pay
him
them back.
Is there a contract? Like
There has to be, and that's probably why Texas Tech is going so hard for this as well.
Because they probably can't. They probably they probably just got to
That bread gone,
Yeah. Damn.
and probably spent on lawyer fees, all that. You feel me?
When they probably paid him like a signing bonus and stuff too. You know what I mean?
He was the highest paid player in college football.
Yeah, for sure.
Highest paid.
Yeah.
Out of the portal.
Correct. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, out of the portal this offseason.
And you don't think that Texas Tech didn't have a whiff of this before he got there?
So that's what I'm saying,
They had
bro.
to.
That's what I'm saying too. Because if that's the case, then they were gambling themselves.
Yes, absolutely they were.
And I almost think that, like, even in Cincinnati, like, all his teammates had to have known.
I'm sure.
This is the type of time he was on. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Because when the stuff happened at Iowa State, I know a guy at Iowa State, he knew. He was like, bro, my teammates just got in trouble for all this gambling stuff. So come on, bro, it's your locker room, you know?
Yeah, of course. So,
Bro, CMC Glazer, yes. We all gamble, bro.
we are not quarterbacks.
We are not all currently playing college football and betting on the team that we play for.
Yes.
It's a little different, big dog.
Yeah, man. I don't want to bury the kid, but like, I just don't think he should be allowed to play college football. Point blank.
Yeah. And it feels like the NCAA feels that way as well.
And I don't know, like, maybe it's too much to ask, but, like, if you're Brendan Sorsby, how do you, like, enter the portal, realize you're going to be one of the most heavily recruited players out of the portal, and not, like, I don't even know if it, like, tips someone off almost, like, hey, like, I've been doing this type of thing. Like, how does word not get around about that? Like,
I mean, listen, bro. He started in 2022 or whatever. He probably like, if I got this far,
I mean,
ain't nobody
yeah,
snitch on me by now.
True.
Yeah, and then think about how it first came out. Remember when y'all broke the news? Y'all was saying like he was just announcing he was going to rehab.
Yeah,
And
right.
every day it got deeper and deeper.
Right.
So I think it got to the point where he was like, man, I don't think like I can get away with this anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Facts.
It probably was like, man, like I got to do something. And I think for him, he probably thought the best route is like, okay, cop and plea. You know, I did
Yep.
it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This going
Hand up.
Yeah, you know, take it easy on me,
Oh,
bro.
Like, no, boy, this is over with.
Yeah, I don't know. What a wild situation. I'm sure we'll get a resolution here in the next couple of weeks, though. But again, I don't know if you had to place odds on it. Brendan Sorsby taking a snap for Lubbock or in Lubbock for the Red Raiders.
Plus 50K. You know,
Pretty improbable.
very much so.
All right, Brett Yormark continuing with changes to college football. He recently said he spoke to Charlie Baker, the president of the NCAA, about tampering and potential changes that could be coming for the transfer portal. Yormark said, Charlie Baker gave us an update on how they're thinking about reforming some of the tampering rules, and I think directionally we like where he's going. He kind of laid that out for us. It's got a bit of a pro model to it where there's a contact period before the portal opens and all that needs to be worked through, but directionally we liked what we heard. And on the eligibility, everyone's aware of the age-based eligibility idea that's on the table, and I think that's going to pick up some momentum over the next month when the cabinet meets later in June. Yeah, I mean, the Pete Golding kind of Dabo Sweeney thing, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
The Pete Golding Dabo Sweeney thing was obviously a massive deal, and it's becoming a bigger deal because it turns out the NCAA probe was opened directly after Dabo came out and had his 30-minute press conference, or I don't even know what's a press conference, soliloquy, just talking to himself or updating everyone on what he's got going on. A legal tampering period. I mean, we're just becoming the NFL junior, though.
Yep. That's where we are headed, and maybe rightfully so, because it is a pro league at this point.
It is. I also thought it was interesting that Yormark mentioned something about the cabinet meeting later in June. Like, I feel like we will get some resolution this offseason about some of these things.
We would love that.
I'm hopeful, at least. That's really all the college football updates and news we have today. However, it is June 1st. It's like the fourth time I said that on the show today. But
It's
do you
the
know
first of the
why that's
month.
significant, though?
AJ Brown finna get traded.
Close. It's the new league year for the NFL, yes.
You're right.
So we got big trades coming in around the corner. That trade, as you mentioned, they've been working on, and more details have come out about that. But Myles Garrett, wow, the Browns
Bombshell.
traded away their franchise star, number 1 overall pick. 7-8 years ago?
Yeah, it was like 18 or 19.
Yeah. And without a doubt, the most important piece of their team. They get a haul though. They get Jared Verse. They get a couple picks as well.
They get a first rounder in 27. They get a second rounder in 28. They get a third rounder in 29. And
Don't they also get a 28 first?
I didn't see that. I'm seeing
Oh,
a
no,
first,
I'm looking. This is an old tweet. Sorry.
Yeah, first rounder in 27, second rounder in 28, third rounder in 29. And I think rightfully so, view Jared Verse as essentially another first round pick. He's a good player.
Absolutely.
Like, I think if you look at the Rams defense this past season, which was good enough to, make the NFC Championship game, good enough to beat arguably the best quarterback in the NFL in the divisional round. Wow, no reaction there. Nice. I love that.
What?
No reaction there on Caleb Williams being arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. I digress.
Brother, you just keep going. Just keep
This
going.
Rams defense, you look at it, I mean, Jared Verse was arguably the best player on it last year. Arguably. You can make an argument for that. And he's obviously still young on a rookie deal. you kind of get your replacement for Myles Garrett and Jared Verse, and you get a haul of picks. Browns kind of fleeced, or at least when you give up Myles Garrett, I think that's as best as you could have done.
He clearly didn't want to be there.
Exactly
So, yeah.
right. Exactly right.
Obviously, you know, we're invested in the Browns at least somewhat because of Shador, but this is like a kind of signals the shift, I think, that was already occurring this offseason when you hired Todd Monken.
Yep.
They got to get this offense fixed. They
Yeah,
just
they
have
do.
to get it fixed. They hire the offensive coach in Monken. Obviously, I think he'd rather have Myles Garrett than not have him, but getting Jared Verse and a handful of picks is a great consolation prize. A younger player, too, someone
Facts.
who I think it's borderline impossible he becomes Myles Garrett, but I think he could become one of the top 5 to 10 edge rushers in the NFL.
So do I.
He's on that trajectory already, it seems. So it'll be interesting to follow this team again this year, as it always is with the Cleveland Browns. But I don't know. I don't hate it.
Me
I
either.
think you could have made
don't
worse trades.
I don't see how you can hate it.
I don't know how much better you are without Myles Garrett. I think that's fair.
Sure, but in 2026, that doesn't really matter.
Sure, but
You know? But
I don't know. I think they're talking playoffs. Why shouldn't they be talking playoffs? That division was terrible last year.
yeah, I mean, Cincinnati's going to be back. What?
After like 3 years of saying Cincinnati's going to be back,
Well, I
like,
mean,
can we let them win some games first?
Yes. We should let them win some games.
Honestly, they got to get out of September. They've
Yeah,
been
no, I
terrible,
get it.
Terrible in September the last 3-4 years.
They have had issues starting seasons the last handful of years, no doubt. So I get that, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is good for the long term of Cleveland, and particularly maybe a second-year quarterback in Cleveland. I think this is a good move, you know?
We'll see how it all works out. You got anything else today?
The Rams, though. Would they be your Super Bowl favorite right now? Take the Broncos out of it?
Of all teams?
Yeah.
I just don't know if I can get all the way there with a 39-year-old,
That's how I feel,
40-year-old
too.
quarterback. As good as he was
I
last
think he's
year.
going to be 40 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Definitely. A reigning MVP.
I just feel like it's an older team, too.
Very much so.
But I don't know. All right. RK should be back tomorrow. He's a busy man, that RK.
Yeah, he is. So is the Buffs recruiting staff, man. Keep an eye on Kyron Haywood's commitment tonight, his announcement.
5:30 Mountain, right?
5:30 Mountain, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, wherever you might be, would be a really, really nice add to this 2027 recruiting class. It'd be the 10th commit. It took the Buffs last year until August 1st
Damn.
to get to 10 commits in the 2026 class, and they could do it a year later.
2 months ahead of schedule now?
2 months ahead of schedule.
That gap from like where they are now to where they were, like it keeps growing wider and wider. Like again, it's dividends in this recruiting thing, man. Like
Exactly.
the more that you stack, it's like save them for retirement. The more you
Yeah.
stack earlier, the better it's going to help out in the long term.
For sure. And again, let this team start 3-0. It's going to be even crazier.
Stay tuned for that commitment. Hopefully, we have him as a headline and all that tomorrow. So stay tuned. We'll see. Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.